situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation. You gotta stretch your faith.
Welcome, everyone. It's your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share. We are getting ready. Yes, we're getting ready. Just waiting for some people to chime on in. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday to everyone who's coming on in with your girl, Cynthia J. How is everyone doing today? It is Thursday, which some would say Friday Eve. And I'm excited for some new things that's about to go down because all I can say is welcome to the month of April. Happy birthday to all my April Nubians and goddesses and gods. Happy birthday to those who celebrated their birthdays on the 1st, as some would say April Fool's Day. Happy birthday to those that still don't believe in that. Happy New Year into the new season for those who are unaware that coming right in from springtime, equinox, and lunar until now, this is the original new year for those who are unaware of that and is new to it. So, welcome to the beginning of a new year where everything is birthing. You're enjoying that warm weather. Even though we had some cold days, that's okay. But that warm weather has played a major effect, and I'm excited and I am loving it, every bit of it. And I am so blessed and so blissful and so beyond grateful and just gracious to be up here in the land of the living, to be here to talk with you, to embrace with you, to encourage you. And again, for those who are just chiming on in, I am your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. I'm your inspirational healer, your birthing doula, your healer, your herbalist, and so much more. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Bear with your sister as she's going ahead and make sure that others are sharing and tuning in right now to let them know we are live and ready and we are getting started. So with that being said, again, happy birthday to all those in the month of April and remaining on out. I'm giving a shout out now for those who don't know, but for those who do know, tomorrow is my brother's birthday. He extended. This will make a 2 years this year. He extended to the great divine, into another dimension as an amazing angelic ancestor, and he would be 39 years old tomorrow. Next week we'll be celebrating his birthday. I'm excited about it. And even though it has its moments where I shed tears and I had my dreams and my visions about my brother, he always come to me. My daughter and I was just talking about him the other day, and she had her moment again, and she always say my uncle was supposed to be there to do these things, but I know that he is that angelic ancestor, that angel watching over us continuously. So with that being said, for those who lost loved ones this year or any other time, I continue to lift you up and encourage you as you encourage me, as a reminder that we're not alone, that we know that we all are going through it. And with that being said, as for some who see me right on Restream Live, y'all can follow me on YouTube. I'm also live right on YouTube right now. I'm also live on Facebook and in other social media platforms. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share. But as for y'all know, the update is spoken on. It said greater is coming. We are in a season of greater. I've been seeing so many things happening while people are out here being upset about what Trump is doing. Let me share some with you. He is doing what is necessary because God is using him this year to do things that is about to shake the ground of the naysayers. He is about to reset everything, which already God has already reset. And as for those who seen my post from a month ago or two, this was the season of a reset, revealing and unveiling the veil. So everything is being done and renewed. And we are in the year and the month of new beginnings that is about to be a brand new you and a brand new me. So everything that's been happening, to the loss of us losing great legacy and legends, to, you know, people complaining about laws that was old being taken down and eliminated, to the prices of food and things going up, it doesn't matter, because see, from here on out, we are supposed to be getting ourselves ready regardless. We shouldn't just be getting comfortable with the system on how they're supposed to be trying to take care of us. We are supposed to know how to live to take care of thyself and thy family. So that's what is most important. So with that being said, let's get ready, as I'm getting ready to give y'all some updates and some good information and news that's been going on for the last coming days. Again, for those who didn't know, y'all, some of us, we know the prices are rising up on the foods and stuff. We see it. We see a little bit happen, a little bit, not too much with the gas prices, but that. But for those who are in the DMV area, if you were unaware of it, Dominion Power said they will be doing a $21 increase. So this is for only those in the East Coast who knows about this, even though in the East Coast got different, electric companies. Yet again, the DMV area, for those who are unaware of it, yes, in the DMV area, make sure y'all put that out there. Dominion Power said that there will be a $21 increase. Now, they didn't really give a good explanation why it was going to be a $21 increase. Very disappointed to have to hear that. We know a lot of these companies are increasing a lot of things due to, they just want to get that money. They just want to get that money. We already know what it's about. They just want to get that money. So with that being said, again, everyone prepare yourselves for what is about to happen with that. For those, again, who is not in the DMV area, it doesn't matter if you're here or not. Just be advised and keep a lookout wherever you at. They're going to start increasing in your area too. Not saying it has not already increased already, but still keep a lookout for that, okay? And it's very important because with the times we living in, we got to play smart. We got to be smart. We got to be ready at all costs. We need to let each other know how to survive out here, but not just making a survival thing. Make it a cultural thing. Make it something where, our grandparents used to do when they used to get out here and used to turn around and make sure they knew how to do agriculture and things like that. And you've heard me say that time and time again. So for those out there, if you eat some fruit with seeds in it, save your seeds. If you're out here and you start to make your stuff, make it, pre-save it, get those glass jars and get ready, because everything is about to be turned around, but it's still going to be greater because now you're going to know how to have your own resources without relying on outside resources to take care of you. And so with that being said, it's also been said that for those who are getting their taxes, that it's been put out there that the Trump administrative is trying to also where we don't pay taxes. So that's been a little argumentative thing going on for those who've seen that on social media or on the news and breaking news. You might have caught that too as well. You're probably like, what is she talking about? Well, if you notice, for some of you guys who started filing your taxes, it wasn't much this year. And so with that being said, they're trying to make it where there's no taxes being taxed on people when it comes to working. That's what it's talked about. Don't know if that's completely legit, but keep in mind to keep an eye on that so that you be aware again what is going on. And a lot of times we are unaware of that. So with that being said, let me get up here and get y'all ready for some more updates. There was another update, as y'all heard me say last week, about our beloved Angie Stones. They were still trying to find out more information on that situation where, like I said, it said that the supposed to did an autopsy. And one case it is stating that, don't know how true this is, but as this is on my mind as I'm saying this, because I'm on TikTok live, this is the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance made for the fair use for purpose of such criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, nonprofits, and educational persons, and use the tips to balance fair use. So everything on TikTok, we're stream live and all social media platforms. This is fair use. This is for entertainment and for giving the truth, nothing but the truth, and giving comments and information for education purposes only. So we got to put that out there because they be trying to shut people down and flagging. They've been trying to get at me lately. And then they also, people who be following and listening, they be trying to flag people. So I had to put that out there. So for the TikTok and for the YouTubers and all that, they see that your sister is for real. Okay. So with that being said, let me go ahead and throw out some more information for the twins that those who are unaware of, the twins that were found dead out there in the mountains in Georgia. They just had their burial. So again, let's give out the family love, the mother who had just buried her twin boys who were on their way getting themselves ready for college. They was on money-making moves, two young men. It is said that they were supposed to have found the person who actually unalived these young men. So with that being said, they just had their funeral not long ago. It was very beautiful. I'm going to try to see if I can download that and bring that up here so others can see it. It was on Instagram. So with that being said, the mother, you could see the posters where they were at on the burial ground. It was very beautiful. She was smiling, but you can still see in her eyes the hurt and the pain. So, let's keep that mother uplifted in prayer of the two twins who were found in Georgia in the mountains. Again, these two twins, for those who are unaware of it, these were two brothers named Adar Malik Lewis and Nazar Raheem Lewis. They both were 19 in Lawrenceville, Georgia, who were found on March 8th, shortly after 11 a.m. They said by the hikers. And again, the agency called in by the Towns County Sheriff office shortly after discovering that they were unalive. They were supposed to be getting on a flight. Again, for those who are unaware of it, supposed to be getting on a flight to go to Boston, as it was said, but they were not at their destination where they were supposed to be. And from the last time family members heard from them, we already know what had occurred there. So again, please keep in mind that they are still looking at the autopsy a little bit, but they want to come out with a complete ruling. Again, they say information on the death in the family the brothers have been rejected. The assumption that the incident, they tried again, said it was murder-suicide. But again, we see here that they are being very protective. They know that the twins were very protective of each other. They know that this wasn't just not a coincidence. So again, for people who are traveling, wherever you going, if people are following you and you're in areas that you want to go sightsee and you're unfamiliar, just be careful. Stay strapped. That's the best thing I can say. Stay strapped. Again, know where you should go, where not to go. There is an app out here that helps for those who know where areas like the sundown towns you shouldn't go into. And even if it's not a sundown town, make sure you're listening in the background for those who are aware of these situations so that you won't fall in the category and to put yourself in, jeopardy, and your family and everybody else in the safety jeopardy, of things that are out there, because it's really crazy out here, guys, and we have to be very, very careful. Like, seriously, even to my sisters out there, please be very careful. There's some new tactics that are out here going on as well, on how they're maneuvering with the mothers and daughters or children. Again, they got some new tactics going on out here. Be advised, be watchful, pay attention to your vehicles, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't get comfortable. If you're going to travel, especially to women and young adults, young men or young women, just make sure that you try to leave during the day if possible. Or you, like how, some of my family and I, we normally try to leave, early in the morning, so that it maneuvers into the daytime and that you can get there. And if you need to pay attention and know hotels and your destinations within whatever your hours of how long your travel will be, please be advised to let every family member know where your whereabouts are at. Yes, we have GPS trackers and things like that, but we can't always guarantee on that, because those GPS trackers on your phone be janky. Yes, you heard me use the word janky. And sometimes, especially, based off of your background and where you going, it be having some glitches. So again, make sure you got, people still use MapQuest. MapQuest still exists. So make sure you print it out. Yeah, y'all heard me say it. MapQuest still exists. And screenshot it on your phone if possible. So with that being said, again, I'm just going to ad-lib a little bit on this, and then I'm going to go back. I'm going back to the twin situation, and then I'm going to go to the next thing. The twins family, again, they were told, and they went out to outlets that were visiting friends, supposed to be visiting friends in Boston at the time, adding that the brothers booked a flight to Boston for 7 a.m. on Friday before, but never made the flight. And that was less than 24 hours later. Then the two were found unalived in the area that they had been reported. So again, please, for those who are unaware of this situation, go online and you can definitely find a little bit more about it and what's going on. So with that being said, please, again, be careful out there. Too much going on. Too much going on. Again, for those who are living out there in Oregon, be mindful that Oregon Treasury to return 11 million in unclaimed funds through checks without claim. That's been going on. It's been a lot of backup money and places that all of a sudden this year is being revealed, guys. You probably like, well, Cynthia, come on, really? This stuff was going on before. No, a lot of backup money is being revealed in a lot of areas that people are unaware of. So this happened on April 2nd. Oregon State Treasurer to return 11 million unclaimed funds through checks without claim incentives. That's a lot of money. It says that unclaimed property will be returned to individuals this month as part of the 2025, and the programs aim to reunite thousands of Oregonians with their forgotten funds without requiring them to take any action, verify owners of unclaimed properties. This was reported back in 2023, and again, it hadn't been updated, but now all the information has been updated, and yeah. So if you out in Oregon, go get your money, Oregon brothers and sisters, because yeah, we don't need that. Yes, we don't need that. On other breaking news, guys, please. This recently happened. This was another video of a sister who was going to have her lab work done. And on her lab work vial, they put King Kong. Yes, you guys can look this up. No joke. On her vial, as she is in her appointment to have her lab work done, she did a viral video. A viral video, yes. Yes. And I mean, the people couldn't even explain themselves why they did what they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. A sister did a viral video. Let me pull that up real quick for you guys, which this is crazy. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And she recorded it. Like, you can see every detail. Every detail. I'm looking it up for y'all now. Let's just see if I can quickly pull it up. Let me see if it comes up. If not, they probably quickly took that down, knowing them. Okay, let's see. Yep, they're trying to here we go. So, uh belated racism clinic label. And again, TikTok and all social media platforms, YouTube, this is for fair use only, entertainment purposes, giving only the truth, nothing but the truth. So again, a clinic labels a black woman's medical sample King Kong. A California clinic has sparked outrage, and this is coming from the article of National News. This was on March 31st. So those who are on National News, please go ahead and look it up. For those who are just chiming on in, welcome to the Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable all across the world, not excluding the men, giving you nothing but the truth, the whole truth. Here we go. So, as this woman is said, spoken online after labeling a black woman's medical sample King Kong in a now viral video, and it has gone on TikTok, and her name is Kira King, detailed the blatant racism behind the incident where a medical assistant at the Perelman Clinic Modern Health Care printed her name on a test kit as King Kong. Y'all hear that? King Kong. Now, you know how many people actually go when they go to a doctor's appointment, really pay attention to any of the stuff that's around them? Like, how many of you guys actually pay attention when you go to the doctor's appointment? Like, seriously, how many of you actually pay attention? Because I mean, some people that actually do not pay attention when they go to the doctor's appointment and look at the vials or, you know, the items that are on a tray when they're there, when it's around them, and really, you know, assess and analyze their area to make sure it's very thorough, clean. Who really pays attention? Like, honestly, if you haven't been paying attention like that, you better pay attention now, because this sister shows you how anal she paid attention and why it is very important to make sure you do pay attention on what you're doing and why you're doing it. And with that being said, it's good that most people do pay attention so that you can catch this kind of stuff that's going on that shouldn't be going on. How do you make a mistake like that? As a nurse, as in or whoever it was that printed out, and most of the time it's the nurses or those med students who are typing up these things, and they turn around and they're supposed to check these things, correct? So before you put it out there, you're supposed to check it. You're supposed to check it. That's common sense. You're supposed to check it. But again, apparently this person really must have thought this person's name was that. But let me go on and finish reading this article for you guys. So with that being said, the video went viral, bringing that this was a racial label to another staffer's attention. Can you tell me what's wrong with this sample? King said as she handed the worker her sample. Now that means that that sample had to be next to her. She picked it up with her hand and said, can you tell me what's wrong with this sample? That means that this person either knew or didn't know and didn't pay attention, or they did and took it as a joke. But people are doing some stuff. So I'm not making an excuse for any person that's like this. I'm not. Because the times we are living in, we try to make this not about race. We really try not to. Our forefathers tried not to neither. But at the end of the day, it comes out like that. No matter which way we go, there are still people out there living that type of life. And it's sad. So with that being said, I'm going to keep going here. So also here it states that she said, the person says, oh my God, I am sorry. A clinic worker said off camera after noticing the King Kong label. Can you understand as a Black woman why I would have a problem with that? King responded. The TikToker explained to the worker that her last name is King before questioning the staffer on how someone could mistakenly, y'all hear that, mistakenly type her first name, Kira, as Kong. Kira Kong. Y'all hear that? Kira Kong. Kira got more letters than Kong. So that should tell you something right there. Kira got more letters than Kong. Let's keep on moving. So then it says, the staffer says she was unaware of who printed the label. King's name was written correctly on a chart in the clinic computer system. How does that happen? King questioned of the incident. For those who don't know, as y'all can see, if y'all can see it here a little bit, TikTok is right here. This is a live video. Let's see if I can play that so y'all can hear. Let me see if it play. Trying to see if it can play. King's name was written correctly. Nope, it's not playing. It's playing me instead. I have no clue why. But anyway, it's not playing. But for those who don't know, you can find her information on Kira King 616. Kira King 616. And for those who don't know how to spell Kira, it's Kierra King, King 616. And this is on her page at Kira King 616. And so with that said on here, she also states, as she mentioned to them, how can they make a incident so likely like that to just, be mistaken? If it's in the system correctly, how is it incorrect on the vial? Which is true, because sometimes the systems are a little different in some doctor offices, other facilities, other hospitals. Some of them actually run on the same system. If it prints out labels on, bigger copy machines or whatever they call it in there. I've seen them. For some who work in these type of places, seen it. Yes. And so with that being said, again, it's a good question. How did they make that mistake? If you're saying that it's in the system correctly and they're running off the same system, how is it printing out incorrectly? Or you on a separate system and you're unaware of it? Because you have some, med techs and nurses who work in these places and they tend to not know everything. They could be just a stand-in. But it also goes to say right here, as she said to the assistant addressed the King saying, "It wasn't my intention." Oh, let me step back. Y'all about to hear this. After later in the video, the staffer who was uninvolved in the incident located the medical assistant who printed the racist label. Ha! So they've been located. Y'all hear that? They've been located. So with that being said, the assistant addressed, watch this, the assistant addressed King saying, "It wasn't my intention to do that." She then tried to claim that she had King's double check the name of the label before she took her sample. Oh, you did. You claim you double check. you heard that, right? She claims she double checked. For those who just chiming on in, I'm your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. So also in here, she stated, and mind you, she's doing this live while she's talking to them. Y'all hear that? So then it goes, after she says that the video ended with King asking the medical assistant for her name to report her. At the Pale Man Clinic, this is beyond unacceptable. My story is just one incident of this racist situation. Things like this are happening every single day. I am making the decision to use my personal social media as a platform to continue to bring awareness to the gravity of how out of control things have gotten in the United States. Y'all hear this? In the United States, in the world, this action is incomprehensibly bad. It's the kind of action that leaves one without words. Do better, humans. Do better. King captioned in her video. Now, to me, it's a little different situation, but I can relate on certain things, especially in the hospital. That is one of the reasons why I became a birthing doula. Me and a family member, I call her my sister, but we are relatives. And so we both experience things. And for those who have experienced things in the hospitals, clinics, and so forth, it is very important that you speak out, that your voice is being heard, that you are not just out here petitioning, that you're boycotting, and that you are making a stand. This is not about a voice march. This is a boycott and stand to let people know that those days are over and it needs to be known. Social media now is so wide known than what it was back then, and where you just had, media news like ABC News and all these other broadcasting news. And then you had your newspapers that would give this information and radio stations. But now you have social media on the high rise. And with that being said, that goes to show you why it's so important that people in our community need to know what is going on, why you need to stand up, why you need to pay attention, and don't let people slide with it. No more sliding. No more sliding. Because they don't slide with us. No more sliding. No more falling back and letting them get away with it. No more. Speak out and don't get comfortable. Now, I wouldn't have said this part at the end where she said, do better, humans, do better. Yes, we are human, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not about being human. Right is right, is wrong is wrong. And some people don't care. There's no way that you double check and you said, that's not my intention. That word shouldn't even have came out your mouth. And that type of word is always said all the time now. So instead of just apologizing, saying you're sorry, and like really being sincere, which I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of hard to be sincere because you put King Kong. How do you put King Kong spelled 4-letter word from Kira? Come on now. How do you do that? And please explain. As some would say, please help me to understand. Please help me to understand and overstand. Because there's no way that you can turn around and misspell something like that. Because her name has 6 letters. Kong has 4. And her last name is King. So with that being said, shout out to Kira Kings, our sister. Y'all go ahead and make sure y'all hit her up and tag your sister at Cynthia J, at the real Cynthia J, so that we know that she knows that her voice is being heard. And this is not to be used for publicity, but to let them know that we are all sharing our testimony and our stories and experiences. So with that being said, y'all keep a lookout for more on that situation too, because that blew my mind. I was like, what in the world? I was shocked. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. What? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And yes, that's been one of the biggest things that's going on out here. Last but not least, again, brothers and sisters, be careful of the scammers. They are out here scamming left and right. They are out here scamming to the T. I mean, scamming. People are having their bank accounts hacked. People are turning around and having, their cell phones, their electronics hacked. All kinds of things are being hacked, more now than ever before. So please don't open up any text messages. Try not to say anything if you see a telephone number, because now they're finding a way, depending on what state you live in, and it doesn't even have to be an international number. They are disguising it and using the number in your area to make it seem like it can be someone calling you, and you may not know the number, but it might be a relative or something like that. Don't even respond. If they ask you, is this so-and-so? You just be like, may I ask who's speaking? Well, is this so-and-so? Well, how may I help you? Just don't even, whatever. Just however you word it. Don't respond. Don't even say the word with the letter Y. None of that. Don't say nothing if you can get there. Nothing, as they say. So with that being said, again, please be careful, because it's getting crazy out here with that stuff. Like, for real, for real. It is getting crazy with that. I'm seeing so much stuff happening. Another breaking news. I came across a brother out in Jersey. I believe it was in New Jersey. He built his own area, and it looks like a castle. And the townsmen them are trying to take his land, guys. I was trying to find a live video record, but it got deleted, and it was more of a live video record that he had put. So I'm gonna try to go back out there and look for it. Last but not least, for those who have seen the stocks on with Elon Musk with the Teslas, them vehicles, people are really buying those things. I don't even know why they're buying them. I don't know. I really don't know why they're buying those things. But to each his own. We had a few people out here had got stuck in them, and fire department had to come. They was in there for 2 hours last summer. One brother out in northern DMV area, and it took them a minute. He couldn't even break his glass from within the inside. That's how strong these vehicles are. And it's getting ridiculous. But he was sitting there sweating. He could have, unalived himself in these things. So please, if you have these vehicles, please be safe. That's the best thing I can tell you. Again, it's some scary stuff. And other breaking news, this is a sad story. A man unalives the mother of his child outside of daycare. There has been more unalived situations with couples within the past 3 years or more now. So please, if to all sisters and brothers, if you see any signs of anything pertaining to your significant other, your spouse, whatever, please, please, please be careful. This is sad. Like, this happened in Indiana, and it said a man is convicted of fatally shooting the mother of his infant son outside of the daycare. This individual was sentenced to 66 years in Indiana Department of Correction for something that happened in 2022. He unalived his ex-girlfriend. She was only 32. 32 years old. 32. And this is coming from People's article. For those who haven't seen it, it was put out there and published on April 1st. And again, she was a beautiful sister. I'm not even going to put their names out there. But this situation here is very sad. Your infant child now doesn't have both parents. And now they're going to be with who? The family? I mean, come on now. This is crazy. So they found him guilty, the jury, for a situation that happened back in September 16, 2022 at the daycare. He was also found guilty of invasion of privacy. So that means, I ain't saying she innocent, but apparently he went searching. And so he hid outside the facility waiting for her to show up. He ran up behind her and opened fire 7 times around 7 a.m. as she headed back to her car after dropping off their son. Dropping off their son. Come on, brothers and sisters. Enough is enough. I know you upset if you found out something, whatever it is. If that's the case. Or maybe sometimes people, they got a little bit of something else going on. But please, please control yourself. Because now this child doesn't have neither one of you. So right here it says, probable cause affidavit. Authorities allege that the body camera from a footage after the arrest shows him saying, I shot her. He called her a B, guys. Shot her. And he said, shot her in the face. And he said it. That tells you, it sound like, as they would say, mucho loco. Like he was, I don't even know what words to use in this situation. It's sad. But anyway, it says that he did have a protective order against her when he killed her, the court records show. And she told police she was afraid that he would kill her. So in this situation, look what happened. To all my young youth out there, young ladies, young men, be careful, be careful, be careful. I'm going to give it to you 100% real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Other platforms is not going to keep it 100% and real with you on this situation. Be careful who you get with and who you lay down with. I don't condone it before marriage. However, people are going to do what they want to do. Be careful who you with. Look at this. This woman was scared for her life. You had a child, an infant child. And it says right here, he had threatened her. So she put a protective order. I have assisted some who had situations like this, where family members were not there enough to protect, And then there were some family members that would go hard with or without the law. And they are still around, but some will be scary and said, I'm not getting involved because they figure we try to help, yada, yada, yada. Now you see here, it says that he threatened to unalive her and himself in a murder-suicide. His mother told police according to the affidavit. So that goes to tell you why it's so important to my young youth. And for those who are not young, don't be so quick to be in relationships with somebody that may not be wrapped too tight. Learn to love you. Learn to love, to be in love with you, the God in you, because you're out here getting with individuals that you have no idea about. And look what this is occurring. It's too many of sisters and brothers in relationships being unalived. Yes, being unalive. So with that being said, please make sure that you are being safe, you're being careful, that you're not getting yourselves into situations that is going to cause you harm. This goes to show that the mother of the one that shot the victim even said, and she knew. So to mothers out there who know that there are some young women and some young men out here dating individuals, because this happened a month ago, that there was a report that a young lady who was pregnant unalived her boyfriend. She stabbed him multiple times in their house while the mother was there. So that is why it's so important to know who you are dating. I don't care if you dated them for 5-10 years. Recognize who they are. Yep. Oh, really? So how many of y'all find that unalive? See, TikTok up here trying to say that some of y'all who are up here is finding it inappropriate for me to talk about this. No. Let me share something with you, TikTok. Let me share something. This is for educational purposes only. And for whoever is up here trying to put restriction, let me share with you. You can restrict all you need and would like to. But it's for real out here. It's for real out here. Why is it when we come out here to tell the truth, we being restricted, but then when you have people up here putting up unnecessary things with inappropriate body parts showing, inappropriate language and rapping, inappropriate everything else, but you want to put restriction on stuff that is educational, that's giving the truth? I'm going to say something now. I am going to say something. Like, seriously. How you going to put restriction on something that's telling the truth? Everything is for educational purposes only. Giving the truth, nothing but the truth. How? For those who get what I'm saying, shoot your sister some hearts on TikTok. Yeah. Because whoever chimed on in here on TikTok live did not like the fact that I'm speaking on something that's truth. Or the AI and the allegory is saying something that they not liking what I'm speaking on. Yeah. They said it was inappropriate. No, it's not inappropriate. What's inappropriate is people living in ignorancy. What's inappropriate is that we are still living in times where it's dangerous and people need to be aware of it. It's for your safety, your family's safety, my safety, our community's safety. So how are you going to put restriction on something that is very imperative to talk about, to prepare the young youth and those who are older so that they can go out here and keep us mindful what's really going on? That you want to restrict something and put restriction on. Yes, I'm saying something about it now. Enough is enough. So whoever didn't like what was said for speaking the truth, didn't say a curse word, didn't use unauthorized words, but to speak the truth, made sure, again, for all social media purposes, this is for entertainment purposes and to give comments and the truth and educational purposes only, and still gave it, and you still want to put restriction on it. So I'm letting y'all guys know, somebody in here put restriction on it. Put restriction on it because they didn't like what was being said, because it's the truth. So that goes to show you that it's somebody in here who is like that. So be careful of those who are in here in TikTok and on all social media platforms who are predators out here, who don't want people to hear the truth and know the truth and speak the truth, and they want to restrict and flag you. They can restrict and flag all they want, but it's never going to stop the truth from being told. This is not a conspiracy. This is not a made-up story. This is the truth. So when you come onto this platform, it's to give the divine truth, to give healing truth, to give educational purposes, to be aware of everything around you. See, the adversary, the enemy, wants to stop what is godly ordained. You cannot and will be unable to stop, because you cannot stop what is the truth. The truth is what's supposed to set us free. The truth is what's supposed to keep us going. The truth is what's supposed to let people know that, oh God, they've been putting a facade the whole time. Yes. You had people putting on facades every day that you are unaware of. You got people who own these apps putting on facades every day. They said it's about the community. Well, how is it about the community, but you putting restriction on something that's the truth? And it's not telling a lie. It's not a made-up story. It's giving you the facts. You're right. They don't like it. Need not to listen. Tell the truth, honey. Thank you, my love. They don't want it to be heard. But you want to put provocative stuff online. You want to spread lies and have people to think that the lies are the truth. The word speaks that the truth shall set us free. We are not living in the matrix no more. So you're going to hear it. TikTok, YouTube, whoever else, you're going to hear it. And as I am doing, the protocol is what's spoken. I'm still going to speak the truth. I've even coded in the words that it should be properly coded it. But you got mad and you want to hit the button because you didn't like what you heard. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. So whoever up here that wants to continue to live in a facade so that they continue to do wrongdoing, your time is coming. Your time is about to be up. Because all celestial beings, all chosen ones, our star seeds, and all the awakening ones, we are here. You can't get rid of us. We are here. So no matter what you do or what you try to do, we are here. Our duty is to give the truth. Our duty is to heal people. Our duty is to make knowledge of what's real and what's fake. Our duty is our soul duty. Divine duty and purpose duty is to be here to show it, to speak it, and to hold it accountable. That's why it says the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. That's across the nation, nationwide, internationally, and nationally. So for those adversaries who are behind the scenes, I'm telling you right now, in this month, in this season, it is spoken. The hammer of fire, of thorough of God has spoken. You cannot stop it, and it will not be stopped. Woo, you got me started today. Yay, makusotea. I'm telling you, you got me started today. The divine spirit has spoken. You got me started today. I didn't come here to play. I come to give the truth. So to my brothers and sisters that's out there, no matter where you come from, do not be fooled by outside appearance and charm talking. That goes for my youth. That goes for grown men and women, whoever it may be. Don't be fooled by the things on social media. They camouflage everything every single day. That's why I said in my thing, greater is coming. Greater is coming. This is the golden season. We have reached out the Aquarius and we're still in it, the golden season into the Aries season. Greater is coming. We can't. You're right. We will not stop. Greater is coming. We didn't come to play. They don't want you to know who's and who you are. They want you to continue to think that everything around you is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. We can't be sleeping anymore. It's time to wake up. As they say, it's time to wake up and smell the aroma of the coffee. Well, guess what? It's time to wake up because the pollen has came down from off the trees, and it's time for you to get a sneeze to shake you. Because as the word has spoken in the divine word, regardless if you are not a member of a church or whatever it is, but you are still a divine being. God, the Christ still lives in you, going to speak truth. And for the enemy to come in here, the adversary to come in here and say that, hold up, you giving wrong information, or no, we don't want people to know. No, they need to know. You can't put a restriction on what the divine speaks because it's unlimitless. So whatever you trying to do, the olives has been pressed. And as the olives has been pressed and the oil is being poured out, the shaking is coming and the shaking is done. The grounds have been shaken. Have you not noticed the waters have been moving differently? Have you not noticed the sun looked differently? Have you not noticed the moon has rise differently? Have you not noticed that last night we couldn't sleep? I know I couldn't. Had too much energy poured into me. But I thank the divine. I thank you for shaking that up. Thank you. Whoever that person was, or the allegory of AI, I thank you. Because you can't copy nothing of the divine originals, because we come to shake up grounds. This is the due season. This is the time. And I thank the divine for speaking this now today. So to my brothers and sisters, before we get off here today, and for tonight do not leave here without shaking some grounds. Be watchful. You hear this time and time again. I don't care if you are in a church or you're not, or you are a spiritual person. Be watchful. Because your adversary is not liking the truth to be told. Use your discernment. Because the adversary don't want you to find out who they are. Use everything that you have been given. These gifts. These gifts are not just for anyone. Some people hide from them. Some people don't want them. But some, they had no choice but to go through it. You can't run from it. So I say to you again, the truth shall set you and I free. Live in it. Eat it. Breathe it. Speak it. Talk it. Walk it. Live it. Teach it. Because the power is in you. Test every spirit by the spirit. Exactly. Amen to that. Ms. Milton, amen to that. But sometimes we don't like to test it because we get fearful of it. But see, when you've seen death multiple times, more than once, you don't fear it. Because the spirit of God in you is higher than high. And this is more than just a lion. Just like how a lioness, when she get ready to prepare for her cubs, she comes to roar. Just like an elephant. You see how the elephants, when they pack together, they don't run, they trample, they shake the ground. So we have to slither around. We have to swim like the turtles when they swim through the ocean. Because they carry the cycles of the year and the calendar year. And they know And we are in that calendar year. So I leave you with this. Again, know who's around you. Be precautious of jealous and envious spirits. As it has already been spoken, test every spirit by the Spirit. Listen to words that they say, how they say it, and how they put it into a sentence. Watch their actions, how they move. Because sometimes they swerve. And they just ain't a serpent or a Scorpio alone, honey. Because see, people, they think the serpent is a bad thing all the time. It's not. Scorpio is not a bad thing all the time neither. They come in many other forms. So don't be fooled. They come in many other forms. So I leave you with this. Again, protect yourself. Know who you are courting, as old people, old school say, courting. That means dating, who you're getting to know, who you're around, who your friends are. Not everyone is your friend. You can know people for years and they still not be your friend. They can use any and everything against you. They can use social media. These AIs are cunning. They make up stuff and they say lies to damage other people and get people to quickly believe things. But I'm going to share something with you. Your sister Cynthia J is not an AI. AI can't have a spirit. AI can't have a spirit. Y'all hear that? AI can't have a spirit. You got that right. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave. Yes, it is. They can't have a spirit. They don't have a spirit. They try to. They might got electricity in them, but they are not the original. And they don't burn from the heart. The heart is the fire. The heart is the fire. Yeah, you're right. That's the truth. Gathering information on you. Yeah, they can gather all they want. But they cannot ignite the way that the divine has solely purposed us to ignite. They don't have that Kundalini experience. They don't have a pineal and a pineal. They don't. They don't have that. We do. Because we're living beings. Life was breathed into us. They don't have it. And that's what God placed in us, which made us him, made him a part of us. The I am that I am. So with that being said, to my gods and my goddesses, know who you are. Know where you stand. Let nothing shake you or fear you. Because at the end of the day, as an encourager and as an influencer, and as your sister who loves you dearly, who doesn't get up here as much as she should, but needs to, know who you are. Because nothing can shake you, because greater is coming. I thank you all guys for chiming on in tonight for the Cynthia J Show, for updates and current events. Again, y'all get up here and let TikTok and all these social medias know they came to the wrong one. Because the 144,000 has elevated. They don't know. They are aware, but they don't know. But what I mean by that, you say, well, hold up, but you said they don't know, so how are they aware? Oh, they know about us. They're aware of these things, but they really don't know you and I. Because they're trying to figure out every little particle DEA piece of you. And they can't replicate it. They can use all the cameras and everything to replicate you. They can never replicate you. Because you are the original. So to my chosen ones, I thank you, celestial brothers and sisters, goddesses and gods, and all those who chimed in. And again, whoever finds that person that tried to restrict your sister, you put them out there and let them know. And y'all put into the chat box and let them know. We good here. We good here. So regardless, because they already trying to ban TikTok anyway. That's what they trying to do. And all other things. They're trying to ban it. It's all right, because we have other ways to encourage our brothers and sisters. So with that being said, I thank y'all guys for chiming on in the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. I love y'all. Go ahead and hit me in my bio. Y'all can find out all information in my bio if you're on TikTok. TikTok. I must need a TikTok, right? On TikTok and Instagram. You can also find my music on YouTube. You can find it under @CynthiaJ22. You can find my podcast, all my music up there. If you're looking for a birthing doula in the DMV area, go ahead and hit your sister up for Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. Right here, Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. You can reach out to me and one of my other amazing sisters. We are here for you. We are in the Northern VA. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. I'm going to go ahead and put that up here. Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. Do not be a stranger. We are here. We are here to provide every resource that is needed. So again, don't be a stranger. You can reach out to us at 703-347-3240. 703-347-3240. Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. We are in the DMV area. Again, we are here for you during your postpartum and your birthing experience. Even if you lost a treasure, we are still here for you to encourage you, to help you to heal. We are even there for you if you need some assistance for mobility and techniques to help you and your family and your new beautiful treasure. So again, do not be shy to hit up your sister. Do not be shy. I love y'all guys. Stay blessed. Again, if y'all like to also look for a psalmist for a wedding or a herbalist, that's your girl right here, Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show. Definitely hit me up, 571-771-4737, 571-771-4737. I thank y'all for joining me tonight. Thank you for allowing me to unveil myself in the divine spirit to use me. And again, do not be a stranger. Come hit your sister up anytime. Love y'all. Peace and blessings. Y'all stay tuned for updated events. Thank y'all for who is on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Peace and love. Stay blessed. Thank you guys to all of my social media stream. I love y'all. Continue to follow your sister. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Go on and catch up if you can on many other of my platforms or other live videos that I've had out there. Again, tune in. Love y'all. Peace and blessings.
for you.